New information tonight in the death of a Laurel County man shot and killed in his home by London police officers.
A search warrant obtained by WKYT reveals the case centers around a stolen weed eater. And tonight we're hearing from a man in jail accused of stealing that weed eater, Hobart Buttry.
I hate to say this, but it would never come to that if it wasn't whose stuff it was.
WKYT's Samantha Valentino has been following this case closely, and she has our top story at 6.
He shouldn't have died like that. He was too good a man.
Kentucky State Police say Douglas Harless was shot and killed by a London police officer during an attempt to serve a search warrant on the night of December 23rd. They say it happened at Harless's home, 511 Vanzant Road in Lilly. Dispatch audio says police were attempting to serve a warrant at 489 Vanzant. Court records say the warrant was connected to an investigation regarding stolen lawn equipment. Hobart Buttry is accused of stealing a weed eater from property public records show is owned by the Laurel County Judge Executive. He was arrested just hours before Harless was killed. His citation says he told police the weed eater was at a home in Lilly. We came to the Laurel County Correctional Center to get Buttry's side of the story.
I told them on Vanzant Road there was a weed eater there, and they took it to where they wanted to go with that.
Buttry says he used to live down the road from Harless at 515 Vanzant, but he hasn't lived there in close to a year.
And they went to the wrong address, is what that was.
Buttry says he got to know Harless while living there and that he was a good man who didn't deserve what happened to him.
I am sorry for what happened to that man. I really am. It was never supposed to happen like that. Because if I knew anything like that, I would never bothered a weed eater. And that's all it was with a weed eater.
In Laurel County, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
Well, WKYT has filed several open records requests to obtain a copy of the search warrant London police were attempting to serve that night. As of today, the Laurel County Court says they still have not received a copy.
Now what we know that police were looking for, many are wondering if the response was appropriate for the report of stolen property. But WKYT's Kelsey Soto is joining us in studio now with a closer look at the alleged crime and the punishments that come with it if convicted. Kelsey?
Well, according to Hobart Buttry's arrest citation, he's accused of stealing a steel brand weed eater and a heater. He told officers that he pawned that heater and then dropped off the weed eater at a home on Vanzant Road. That neighborhood, though, is somewhat confusing now that we're talking about 3 different addresses. We know 511 was the home of Douglas Harless, who was shot and killed by London officers, but 489 was the address dispatchers believe that those officers were at, and 515 is the former address of Hobart Buttry. Police estimate the value of those stolen items is more than $1,000, but less than $10,000. Buttry's been charged with theft by unlawful taking. But because of the value of the property, that makes it a Class D felony here in Kentucky. State statute says someone convicted of a Class D felony shall serve at least 1, but not more than 5 years in prison. Court records show Buttry pled guilty to shoplifting at a Walmart in Scott County in 2014, and he had his sentence enhanced due to being a persistent felony offender. He also has a pending case in Clay County for some traffic and vehicle infractions and is charged with driving on a suspended license. So essentially, Harless ended up dead during a police investigation into a Class D felony, which isn't even one of the strongest theft charges in the state. Buttry will be back in court January 17th, and he remains on a $10,000 bond. Back to you.